Welcome back, kiddos. Today we got a little story here about this little girl. Just using my picture powers here. I got this little girl, and wow, she can draw. She's drawing a cat. That looks great. She's got crayons, paintbrush, pencils. Look at that face. She's loving it. So excited. She's biting her lip like, oh, it's so awesome. So awesome. It is so awesome. She's in the kitchen here. I can see a sink. And there's a cat. Look at that. There is a cat in her story, in her picture, and it's a sleeping cat on a windowsill. How funny is that? Man, I hope he doesn't fall into that sink while he snoozes. That would be funny, too. All right. I don't know what this story is about, except for maybe drawing cats. So we're going to do some letter power here. Okay. These are sight words. Believe it or not. Bang, get a bang, get a boom. There's 3 sight words in here. If you don't know your sight words, you have to use letter powers. But I'm going to use my sight words. It says all. This says by. This says my. The really only hard part is this stuff right here. This is the tricky business right here. S says E says se. L says ooh. We have sell. Now you're like, what? But you probably already thought of this. Use my. My sell. Still doesn't make sense. Try this. Say all by myself. I don't even have to make the f part. You probably figured it out already. All by myself. It's going to be a story about a little girl and all the things she can do all by herself, I guess. I mean, I've never read this story before. So here we go. Going on our journey of all by myself. So think of the things that you like to do by yourself. Whoa! This is for reals, guys. We have a words to know section. That's what we know. This story means business. These are the tricky words, the trick words. Okay, so we have build. Let's put this, I'm just spitballing here. Let's put this together. Let's pretend this is a list of things she can do by herself. That'll help us when we look at all the pictures. Maybe she can build by herself. This says color. Maybe she can color by herself. Say dress. Maybe she can dress herself, right? Listen. Maybe she can listen by herself. I don't know. Maybe like listen to music. Headphones. Look, that says myself. She can myself all by myself. I don't know. And then this word says think. She can think all by herself. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just trying to put things together to help me get ready, get pumped to take down this story and go on a little journey here. Okay, guys, this is a fictional story. What does that mean? Fiction means it's not real. Is that a picture of a real girl? No, it's a cartoon. So it is a fake believe story, but it's about what a real child could do. Oh, so it's called realistic fiction. It could happen, but this didn't really happen. Okay. But it could happen. And it even could happen to you. I don't know. Maybe it already happened to you. Let's find out. All right. Did you think about things you can do by yourself yet? I know I have. I can read. I can do letter powers. All right, picture power all by myself. She loves reading, guys. Look at this. She's on her bed backwards and upside down. That means you love reading. She's just loving it, all about it. Just saying, I'm reading all by myself. Woohoo! She got a poster of a cupcake. How cool is that? I want a poster of a cupcake. That'll always make you hungry, won't it? There's that cat, the token cat, always yawning and sleeping and yawning. What can that cat do by his or herself? I don't know. Oh, righty. Okay. Ha! We got some sight words in here. We have right here, I. We have all by. 2 words, but we can say all by because it's the name of our story. All by myself. All by myself. I blankety blank all by myself. So here's the trick word, guys. And you know that the picture power is going to crush this word. And you said, read. I read, man. It's I read. I know, but how do you know it's read? You can't just go on picture power alone. That's what the author will fool you one day, right? Guessing only makes your reading power smaller. So come on, use your reading. Use your letter power. Letter power is the way to go. R says E says E, but why does it say E? Because there's an A there. This is a super duper vowel team. The A says, hey man, you could say your name. So we're going to say it. Read. And that's how we confirm our word choice. Let's read it again. Let's smooth it all out. I read all by myself. Wow, that was good, right? This is going to be a fun story. The cover of our book, the same picture, the same exact picture. You know it's going to be draw, right? I can draw all by myself. That's just given, isn't it? You think it would be, wouldn't it? But we could be wrong. That author is a tricky feller or fellet. I don't know. Here we go, guys. There is the sight words. I blank all by myself. And you're going to say draw, but I don't know. How can you say draw if it begins with a C and C says ka? I can draw? I don't think so, guys. That's how they fool you. You have to ask yourself, does it make sense when I use my letter powers? Always have to use letter powers, okay? The perfect example of where guessing would have totally crushed us. You would have said, I draw all by myself. And you'd be like, that's perfect. It sounds awesome. But then someone would be like, well, wait a minute. C-O says ka. And C-O-L says cull. And O-R says And I'm like, that's one of the words to know, isn't it? Color. And you're like, oh, all right. Then we're going to say, let's use some reread power. I color all by myself. Okay. They both make sense, but look really hard with picture power. And geez, it's still hard to say. But it looks like there's some blue in here. She's definitely got a pencil in her hand. So, maybe we should reach out to the illustrator of this story. They need to tweak this page a little bit. She should have a crayon on her hand if we really want us to figure it out, because that's screaming all day long, I draw. All right, well, you know what? That's why we have letter powers. To just figure those things out. Okay, here we go. All right, picture power. Go, picture power. Go for picture power. I can sing all by myself. I can sing karaoke all by myself with a cat that's like 10 feet up in the air all of a sudden going, woo, woo, singing in the window on the top of a couch. Everyone's getting crazy here. This guy's like, I got a little in over my head. I'm a little scared now. Okay, the girl's loving it. Here we go, guys. You know the deal, the drill here. This isn't so bad. You know what the pattern is. It's I blank all by myself. And you're saying it's sing. It is sing. But how do you know it's sing? You have to use your letter powers. S says I-N-G says ing. You put it all together, you have sing. Now let's reread and put it all together. I sing all by myself. Where are you going? Get over here. Oh. Just went fishing and caught a baby. He chews on rags. It's a clean rag. Cleanish. All right, what is this little girl using? Fire up those picture powers. She's playing. She's jump roping. The cat's even playing. The cat is playing with a pretty little blue butterfly. And where is she? Looks like she's in the backyard. There's the fence. There's the swing, or slide rather. She loves playing by herself. Okay, I'm guessing it's playing. You think it's going to be jump roping? I mean, it should be jump roping, but then wouldn't you think jump rope would be one of the words to know because it's a big word? So I'm thinking it's just play. But I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. You could be right. Let's find out. All right, here we go. All right, so there's the tricky bit right there. That's the only word that changed. Everything else is pattern. And PL say pull, AY say A. We put it together. We say play. Let's reread, smooth it all out. Say I play all by myself. We nailed that one, didn't we? We're on a roll, guys. Let's keep the pattern flowing. What is she doing? Is she building a tent? Look at the cat. He's exhausted. Woo! Or he's happy. He's happy to be exhausted. On the couch. Is the cat under the tent? I don't know. She's digging, though, how she's getting this thing up there. What it's tied to, I have no idea. All right, what was your guess? I build tents all by myself? I hide all by myself? I don't know. She's got the cushions. She's making a fort. She's definitely building a fort all by her. Wow, that's up there. This girl is not afraid of heights. She's a risk taker. She's having fun. All right, so let's leave it at that. Enhance. Here we go. So there's the tricky part. Everything else is a pattern, guys. Whatever you think it is, how do you know it is what it is? You got to use letter powers, so use those letter powers with me. B says, buh. This is really hard to understand. This U right here, forget he's even there. Just forget him. Forget that U. Say forget you. That even makes sense. Forget you. I can't even forget the U. I keep grabbing the U. There it is. ILD says ild. Say ild. Okay. Now bring that B back in there. Say ba, ild. Now, does that make sense? Absolutely. It's build, isn't it? All right. You know the rest. Let's put it all together. Reread power, and it'll smooth it all out. Let's try it. I build all by myself. She sure does. While the cat naps, right? Okay, guys, moving on to the next page. This girl is busy. I'm telling you, she's doing all this in one day. She's outside. It's a beautiful day. She comes in, she comes out, she comes in, she comes out. She really knows how to have fun. That's it. All right, so what is she doing here all by herself? She's listening to her favorite podcast. No, she's listening to music, and she's smiling, and she is digging it. Okay, so is it sing? No, it's listen. Listen to music. I listen to music. Look at that cat. Oh, that silly cat. What a fun cat, right? What a fun cat. All right, so we're thinking it's listen or sing. We did sing it, right, didn't we? Ooh, listen. Come to think of it, listen was one of those words to know, wasn't it? Okay, guys, there's the tricky bit. Remember, the rest is all pattern power. So you want to say, let's try. I listen all by myself. And I'm going to say, that's great. But how do you know this is listen? Well, it's one of the words to know. And how do you know it's one of the words to know? I don't know. Well, you got to use letter powers, right? So L-I says li. S-T, list, list. Right? Let's try that. List. That's the word list. Like you make a list. Don't mom and dad make a list before they go grocery shopping? Otherwise, well, then don't they usually come home with 2 shopping carts or 1 extra shopping cart if they don't? All the fun stuff, the extra fun stuff. E-N says N. We have list N. And that kind of makes sense. Let's break it down another way. We can chunk this another way. We have L-I-S that says list, and then T-E-N says 10. That's number 10. Yes, 10. Where is it? There it is. All 10 of them. Okay. Let's try it that way. List 10. I list 10 or I list N. Listen. You know what? This is a really tricky word. I want to take the T out. You know it's listen. All right. But let's take the T out. Say list. And now E-N just says N. Just try that. Just say list N. Listen. Totally makes sense. Don't know what's going on with that T. He shouldn't even be there. Maybe he should be there. I'm just sounding it out wrong. But it makes sense either way, doesn't it now? All right, we just confirmed our word choice. Do it one more time with me. Reread. Crank up that reread up to 11. I listen all by myself. Confirm that word choice with picture power. She sure is listening all by herself. What's the cat listening to if he does have headphones on? All right. We got the cat. Look at that cat. You got to love that cat, huh? In the drawers, getting cat hair all over her clean clothes. Mom and Dad are going to love that. And she's having a great time playing. Whoa, what is that? Is that a snake around her neck? It's dangerous. Maybe she's some kind of scarf or a sweater or a boa constrictor. We just don't know. So many options. Chances are it's not a snake. But it would be funny if it was. Okay, let's take a look at our words to know. This is definitely one of the words to know. If you don't remember it, you're going to say it's a snake. If you're silly, and you're going to say it's dress if you're not silly. Either way, I'm going to say, how do you know? Use your letter powers, guys. Here we go. Digging in with those letter powers. Super letter power time. We have a D and an R. They blend together to say der. E says S. Two S's. Don't worry about it. Just make one S. Say S. Just say S. That's it. Just say the letter S. S. You don't even need all this silliness. Just say S. Is that silly? Say dr. S. Dress. I dress. Let's try it again. Reread. Smooth it all out. I dress all by myself. She certainly does. Oh my goodness. I didn't see that. My picture power failed me. This is a mirror right here, guys. A standing mirror. So she's looking at herself playing dress up. She's playing dress up in the mirror. That's all. There's no snakes. Besides, the cat would have protected her if there was. And now we have this cat attacking a ball of yarn. He looks like he's being naughty. Naughty kitty. But the story isn't about a kitty, is it? It's about a little girl doing things by herself. So what is she doing by herself now? Oh, you want to see more? Okay, let's look. Uh-huh. Okay, what is she doing? Doing a puzzle? I do a puzzle all by myself. I do homework all by myself. I read, maybe, but there's no words. It can't be read. The author would have put some words there. Right. Maybe the trick word isn't here at all. Maybe the trick word is up here. Up here, higher, 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 right there. Okay, look at her eyes. Her eyes are looking up. And what are her eyes looking up at? The table? Page 8? No. Her eyes are looking up inside her brain. And in her brain, she's got a picture of something. So, what does your brain do? Look at that. There's an upside down heart in her ear. I just noticed that. That's kind of funny. What does your brain do? It thinks, doesn't it? It thinks about things. Helps you problem solve. This is a problem. She's problem solving a puzzle. Okay. So maybe it's think. Who knows? Think was one of the words to know, right? Okay, look at this. All right, so we know the pattern. They haven't fooled us yet. It's I think all by myself, right? How do you know? It's think. You got to use letter powers. TH says th. Stick your tongue. Th. INK is ink, like the pen. Your pen has ink in it, or a marker, ink. So it's I think all by myself. That's how you confirm your word choice, guys. That's how you become a super reader. That's it. That's the end of the story. Well, guess what? She had a great time, right? She had a lot of fun all by herself. Think of the things you like to do all by yourself. What did she miss out? Maybe she left something out that you like to do all by yourself. You know, like organize your shoes, do the dishes, dust the ceiling fan, that kind of thing. Just kidding. Think of something, the fun things that you like to do all by yourselves. She has a good time. Hopefully, she'll have some friends over to show everyone how much fun she has in her backyard. And she can teach us how to draw. That would be great. That cat, I'm telling you, look at that. She nailed that cat perfectly. The stripes and everything. What an artist. All right, guys, that is how you crush it with picture power, letter power, sight word power, reread power, storyteller voice. If you want to be a super reader just like us, just like me, you need to read your letters and letter sounds every day, your sight words every day, and read books every day to use those powers, practice those powers. Remember, guys, you want to be awesome at anything, you have to practice, practice, practice. All right, until the next story, adios.